Hey Canucks fans, let's talk about Braden Holtby and season series. I'm Clay Emo, I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. And this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Sunday, March the 21st. This is where you get Canucks insight that's positive and timely. Shout out to my Hall of Fame members, Jens95, simalexander, Justin Credible, nucksfan number 29, and Lucas Gates. Thanks for your support as always. And thanks to the support of members of all levels. You're listed in my video description. If you want to become a member of this channel, member of the CCC Crew, press the join button underneath this video or any of my videos or on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. Okay, a few quick programming notes, but I want to get through all of them. Number one, thanks to everyone who joined me on my live stream last night. Post-game, no concert, but still a lot of fun. Number two, I'm dressed up for my workout with Bo Horvat. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Rogers Media is sponsoring workouts with different athletes from different sports. And Bo Horvat of the Canucks is going to go live today at 4 p.m. Pacific time with this trainer, and they're going to be leading us through. I've seen workouts. Connor McDavid was an hour, so I'm preparing myself for that. Not sure if I'm going to make it even through the first 10 or 15 minutes, but it should be good. So that's at 4 p.m. Just find the links on Twitter, on social media if you want to do that. Also want to give a shout out to Monkey 9 Brewing. They are the sponsors of my post-game live streams, and I launched a giveaway contest with them on my Instagram page. So follow me there at Clayton Emo to get all the details. It's open until March 31st. And as well, going to work on a WWTT today or tomorrow. Going to work on a different fun little video project. And then I have my next Zoom chat lined up for tomorrow morning. I'll probably save it until Tuesday morning. And I'm looking forward to that. One of the most recognizable figures in Vancouver sports history, and I'm going to be honored to speak with him tomorrow. Okay, so that's enough for now. Let's get to actually what I want to talk about, and that's I want to talk about three things: Braden Holtby, Elliot Friedman about Jim Benning, and then season series. Braden Holtby last night, yes, the Canucks did not win, but I don't think it was his fault. He made 36 saves. Some of them were outstanding. Yes, he let in 4 goals, but I'd say all 4 of them, I think he was screened. And I know a lot of people wanted to run with Demko. A lot of people think there are a few people, even on my channel during the live stream and afterwards, that said they believe it was Holtby's fault that we lost last night. I don't believe that. Bo Horvat, Travis Green, others said that Holtby was outstanding. I wouldn't say outstanding, but I thought he was very good. I thought he was fine. And he's not the reason why the Canucks lost. I'm not ready to declare that the Canucks would have won that game if Demko was playing. Now, maybe Demko would have done better in the shootout. Maybe not. I don't know. But for those goals that Holtby did let in, I'm not faulting him on them. And to his credit, in the postgame, he even said that he doesn't like to make excuses, but it's hard to replicate traffic screening in front of the net during practices. But overall, I think of the Tatar goal, the second one, which originally I didn't like, but I realized that Tyler Mott was standing right in front of Braden Holtby. So all in all, I thought Holtby was fine. It wasn't his fault they lost, and I think it's a good, I don't know if you call it confidence builder, but it's good to know that he can play just fine. It's not like the Canucks are going to buckle, nor is he going to buckle when he's in there. So we'll see when he gets in next. The Canucks have 2 more games, as we talked about, Monday night, Wednesday night at home against Winnipeg, and then they have a week off. Basically, they don't play again until the 31st, so they have 6 days off in between games, and then they have a back-to-back that weekend, April 3, April 4. So maybe that's the next time we see Holtby in net. But overall, I thought he was fine, and I give credit to him. It's not his fault. The Canucks only generated 18 shots the other way. Talk about the other goalie. The other goalie let in 4 shots on 4 goals on 18 shots, and that's Carey Price. Okay, secondly, Elliot Friedman, I think it was during the second intermission, they did a round, him and Chris Johnson did a quick round table of going through every city, every Vancouver team, every North Division team, every Canadian team, saying, what are they going to do at the trade deadline? And Friedman suggested that due to the Canucks' recent success, winning games, that Benning may not move, may kind of hold the fort kind of thing, and might not necessarily aggressively sell at the trade deadline. So a lot of people obviously upset about this. They think it's a short-term vision, a short-term move, short-term thinking when you have guys like Pearson, although he's now injured, which is tough, Sutter, Ben, Hamonic, and Edler with a full no trade. They're sitting there, actually Hamonic as well, but they're sitting there as pending UFA. So remember, I've said that just because the Canucks become sellers doesn't mean that they have to wave the white flag in the playoff race. They are not mutually exclusive, but that's going to be interesting to watch. But yeah, I think that caught a lot of people off guard. Didn't surprise others, thinking that any dose of hint of success that the Canucks have, they may try and stay in this race as opposed to give up on the season. And like I said, just because you are selling doesn't mean you're giving up. So let's see what happens over the next 3 weeks. But I certainly know that left a bitter taste in some Canucks fans' mouths. Okay, let's talk about season series now that we have finished our series with Montreal with last night's game. So remember, of the 6 Canadian teams, we play Edmonton and Calgary 10 times each, and then Winnipeg, Ottawa, Toronto, Montreal 9 times each. 4 times 9 makes 36, plus 20, 10 and 10 makes your 56 game schedule. So now we have finished our season series with Montreal, and in 9 games, we only got 7 points. So we were below 500 against Montreal. We were 3-5-1, 3 wins, 5 losses, and 1 extra time loss last night. Whereas Montreal, they went 6-0-3. So we did not beat Montreal in regulation. So that means Montreal got a point in every single game of the 9-game series. They got 15 points, 6-0-3, 6 wins and 3 extra time losses. So look at that just by itself. Yes, we are behind Montreal by only 2 points in the standings, but they have 4 games in hand. And in our head-to-head, they outpointed us by 8, 15-7. If the Canucks don't make the playoffs, that's all you have to look at, that 8-point swing between Montreal and Vancouver. So obviously we did not do well against Montreal. Only 3 wins, 7 points out of a possible 9 games, 18 points. Isn't it funny? This is the way extra time works. Yes, there's 9 games, there's 18 points you think available, but combined they got 22 points between the 2 teams because of extra time losses. Okay, let's look at the remaining 6 series. And because of the discrepancy in games, Calgary and Edmonton, we play them 10 times as opposed to 9. We actually have 5 games against Edmonton left and then 4 games against every other team. So let's go through each of these quickly, and then I'll give you my kind of where I think... No, I'll do it right at the start. Basically, we are 16-3. The Canucks are. We have 35 points in 35 games. We're going to say you probably need 64 or 65 to get in the playoffs. So let's say, to be conservative, we need 15 more wins. We need 30 more points to add to our 35 to make 65 points. So we're going to need 30 points in the remaining 21 games. 30 points in the remaining 21 games. That means we either have to go 15-6 for a starter, or technically we could go 14-5-2, and that will get us our 30 points as well. But really, we need 14 or 15 wins in the remaining 21 games. That is winning 2 out of every 3. Okay, so that math is okay. So as I talk about each of these series left remaining, most of them are 4 games remaining. So picture in your head, to be safe, can we win in the majority of these series 3 out of 4 games, or can we take 5 or 6 out of 8 points? Okay, so let's start with the only one that we have 5 games remaining against, and that's Edmonton. So we have 5 games against Edmonton remaining. We are 2-3 so far for 4 points. They are 3-2 for 6 points. So no extra time right now. So we're 2-3 against Edmonton. They are 3-2 against us. So we have 5 games left. Can we make that a 500 series? So can we win 3 of the next 5 against Edmonton? Ideally, we get 7 out of 10 points as opposed to 6. Okay, so that's the first one, is Edmonton. The other 4 teams, we have 4 games remaining. Calgary, in the 6 games we played against them, we were 2-3-1 for 5 points, but they are 4-2 in 8 points. So that means one of their wins obviously came against us in extra time. It was that overtime game. So Calgary's taken 8 out of possible 12 points. We've only taken 5 out of possible 12 points. Of our remaining 4 games, can we take 3 from Calgary? You look at Ottawa. This is the best one for the Canucks. As you know, we are perfect 5-0 against them, 10 points in 5 games. Ottawa, 2 of those went to extra time, so they're technically not, they're not 0-5, they're 0-3-2. So they have 2 points in the remaining, they have 2 points out of their 5 games. So against Ottawa, 4 more games. Can we take 3 out of 4? I would say unequivocally with this one, given our past record, yes, we probably could get 6 or 7 points out of those 8 points against Ottawa. Then it's Toronto and Winnipeg. Toronto, all regulation, we're 2-3 in 5 games, so 4 points. They are 3-2 in 5 games for 6 points. So can we take 3 out of the next 4 against Toronto? That one seems to me a little bit tricky. And then Winnipeg, we've played them 5 games, and we were 2-2-1 for 5 points, so 5 points in 5 games. But they're 3-2, meaning they haven't actually lost to us in extra time. So they are 3-2 with 6 points. So out of Winnipeg, can we take 3 out of the next 4 games? So when all said and done, I think we can take 3 out of 4 from Ottawa. I think we have a chance to take 3 out of 4 from Edmonton, Calgary, and Winnipeg. But those might be tough. Of those, maybe, I don't know. I like the way we kind of match up against Edmonton, actually, and Winnipeg, as opposed to Calgary for some reason. Maybe it's that whole Markstrom Tanev thing. So we need to take 3 out of 4 from both Edmonton and Winnipeg, I think. Then maybe Calgary, we split. We go 2-2. And then Toronto might be the one where we go only 1-3 or 1-2-1 or something like that. So if you add up the math, let's say we take 3 out of 4 from Ottawa, 3 out of 4 from Winnipeg. So that's 6 wins. And let's say 3 out of 5 from Edmonton. We're at 9 wins. That means we'd have to take, between Calgary and Toronto, we need 4 or 5 wins between those. So if we go, you kind of see you have to take 3 out of 4 from Calgary, then you're at 12, and then 2 out of 4 from Toronto. There's your 14 wins. So yeah, it looks like we're going to have to take 3 out of 4 from all 5 teams remaining, and we're allowed maybe 1 slip, and maybe that's against Toronto. So you can see it's not impossible, but it's not going to be an easy task for the Canucks. So I just want to break down those numbers for you a little bit. Hopefully you're able to follow that. But in essence, I guess I have 3 questions for or more than 3, but for the comment section. Number 1, what did you think of Holtby's play yesterday? Number 2, what do you think of Jim Benning's comments that were echoed by Elliot Friedman, that they're going to stand pat at the deadline, or maybe not look to sell as aggressively and wait to see what happens in the next couple of weeks? And number 3, of these 5 series remaining, Calgary, Edmonton, Ottawa, Toronto, Winnipeg. With Edmonton, it's 5 games, not 4 games. Do you think the Canucks can take 3 out of 4 from any of those teams? And which of those teams do you think they can take 3 out of 4 in? Very simple math. Canucks need 14 or 15 wins in the remaining 21 games to make the playoffs. Let's see if they can do it. And that starts with hosting Winnipeg tomorrow and Wednesday night before going on a week-long break. So Canucks fans, leave a comment below. I'd love to read, react, and reply. Tell me about Holtby's game. Tell me about the Canucks standing pat for a couple weeks with regards to trades, and tell me about their chances of winning 3 out of 4 against any of the 5 remaining teams. Every Canadian team, basically, they still have to play except for Montreal. Leave a comment below. I will read, react, and reply. As always, subscribe if you'd like to. Like this video if you'd like to. Become a member of this channel if you'd like to. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Have a great day. Maybe I'll see you at virtually at Bo Horvat's workout at 4 p.m. Otherwise, indeed, have a great day. God bless, and go Canucks go.